We have read about the popular names of Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates from business magazines and newspapers. Surely we've come across stories, rumors, and even greater business ideas from the Bernard Arnault family, Warren Buffett, and the famous Larry Ellison. This made us think that maybe once we get to the age they are at, we'd be as rich and as business-oriented as these billionaires. However, in this digital age, younger people are stepping up and making their own billions too. Welcome to The Bestest, the channel that provides you the best news you should know about. In today's episode, we'll discuss the youngest and richest people of today. Before we start, please make sure to like and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell to get notifications of our videos. A lot of young people have been finding their own ways to start their own legacy. These young people may not have been in business for a long time, but they do know how to make their business flourish. As we continue to move forward to the digital world, more and more businesses have also gradually transitioned from traditional ways of marketing and advertising to reach a wider number of people through utilizing digital platforms and strategies. However, it's not just about marketing their brands. These people also know a thing or two about marketing themselves. But these young people have definitely made a lot of right turns to reach where they are at now. Number 9 on our list is Kylie Jenner. Her current net worth is at $1 billion. This star first became known as part of the e-reality television series called Keeping Up with the Kardashians. The show helped contribute to her successful social media presence. Her entrepreneurial skills started at the age of 14 when she and her sister started their own clothing line called Kendall and Kylie. Later on, she started her own cosmetics company called Kylie Lip Kits, which became such a huge hit to everyone everywhere. It's now known as Kylie Cosmetics. Kylie also supports other brands and businesses. Through her social media platforms, she creates content for the different brands that she's currently supporting. That's some serious female power. And to add more flower power to this list, here comes Norwegian sisters. Number 8 on our list, Alexandra Andresen and Katharina Andresen. Their net worth is currently at $1.1 billion each. That's definitely doubling the trouble. These girls are the daughters of Johan H. Andersen Jr., owner of Ferd. It's a Norwegian investment company that manages hedge funds, actively invests in the Nordic Stock Exchange, and boasts a substantial private equity portfolio. Both sisters each received a 42.2% ownership stake in their company. With that percentage, they continued to develop their own network and personal businesses, which contributed to helping them become part of the world's youngest billionaires, only at ages 21 and 22 respectively. These young ladies definitely know how to make their way to the business world. But it's also time to show how young men do business. One of these young men is number 7, Gustav Magnar Witzøe. He is a 27-year-old Norwegian billionaire who owns nearly half of SalMar ASA and whose current net worth is at $2.3 billion. This stake was handed to him by his father, Gustav Witzøe Sr. It's one of the world's largest salmon producers. The company spearheaded the industrialization of salmon farming in Norway. They have been refining the product into more sophisticated cuts with higher margins. Although Gustav Witzøe Sr. still runs the company, Gustav Magnar Witzøe is trying to make his own mark investing in real estate and tech startups. But in real estate, Gustav Magnar Witzøe is not the only young entrepreneur trying to make it into real estate. After all, a lot of people are getting into investing into real estate and property development. Number 6. Jonathan Kwok. This 28-year-old billionaire with a current net worth of $2 billion has also continued to maintain his title as part of the world's youngest billionaires. Jonathan Kwok, the younger son of the late Walter Kwok, former chairman of Hong Kong Soon Hung Kai Properties, who took over with his brother Jeffrey after the death of their father. This is because they inherited Walter's direct stake in SHKP. And the brothers are named beneficiaries of 1/3 of 5 large company trusts held by their grandmother. But that's not all. They also took over Empire Group Holdings, which was a property developer that Walter started. But they are not the only ones who started young. And the story of these young billionaires should help inspire younger people into thinking more and thinking big. Another inspiring story that stars young billionaires is number 5, John Collison. He is also another billionaire to look up to. John Collison started making his way into the world's youngest billionaires since college. This 30-year-old currently has a net worth of $3.2 billion. He is the president and co-founder of Stripe, a company that builds software helping businesses facilitate online credit card payments. The Irish entrepreneur launched the company with his brother, Patrick, when they were both college students, which is currently valued at the very huge amount of $35 billion. Wow, that's a lot of zeros. But he's not the only Collison who made it to the world's youngest billionaire list, since here comes number 4, Patrick Collison. Co-founding Stripe with his brother John is another reason why Patrick made this list. After hatching the idea for Stripe while both were in college in Cambridge at MIT. Now he's a 32-year-old billionaire with a net worth of $3.2 billion. That's not all. Stripe also has a long list of major investors, which include Tesla Inc. CEO Elon Musk and PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel. This just proves the greatness that college brought upon these young entrepreneurs. And college is a great time to get some of the creative juices and ideas flowing the same way John Collison thought to launch their company. Number 3, Evan Spiegel. This 30-year-old billionaire also started making his own connections in college at Stanford University and now has a net worth of $4.5 billion. Yes, this man is none other than Evan Spiegel. Evan Spiegel is the co-founder and CEO of Snap Incorporated, the social media company that operates vanishing photo app Snapchat. By studying product design and staying in touch with Bobby Murphy, former fraternity brother and fellow billionaire, they were able to make waves into the online community. Spiegel and Murphy each own about 18% of stock in Snap, but have voting shares that give them control over the board. Company shares definitely kept a lot of these billionaires on the list. And Bobby Murphy also made this list. Number 2, Bobby Murphy. After all, this 32-year-old does have a net worth of $2.4 billion. Bobby Murphy is Snap's chief technology officer. He even invested more than $30 million in real estate near Venice Beach and Pacific Palisades. Investing definitely made Bobby Murphy maintain his rank in this list, but that's not all that made these billionaires stay in this list. Some of them also support foundations by making a huge number of donations to several charities and organizations. Among these billionaires is the richest of them all. Number 1, Lucas Walton. He is a 34-year-old grandson of Sam Walton, who founded Walmart, whose current net worth is at $17.3 billion. After Sam Walton died in a plane crash back in 2005, he inherited the money. He received about 1/3 of his father's estate. Aside from owning stakes in Walmart, he also owns stakes in First Solar and Harvest Bank, but he doesn't work for them. He is also the chairperson to his family's namesake foundation environment program committee. There are definitely different ways to start a company. Sometimes you just have to start small. After all, success is not just an easy path. And like all paths, you simply start with a small step the same way these young billionaires achieved their success. Who among these billionaires do you look up to the most? Let us know in the comment section below. Make sure to like and subscribe to The Bestest and hit the bell to access more of our videos. Thank you for watching, and until our next Bestest video.